YouTube video doing Any Titan, and here I want to talk about the T95E6, which is I think the final iteration. It was a paper tank. Actually, no, they built a prototype, but they couldn't make it work. So basically, they were trying to put 120mm heavy tank gun into a medium tank chassis. So it's a big step up from the T95E2, which is quite a vulnerable tank in many respects and quite slow and underpowered. This thing is overpowered in every sense of the word, I think. This tank gives you an edge in every department. So it is possibly one of the fastest American mediums out there. The Americans' mediums, while excellent ridgeline fighters, tended to be a little bit on the sluggish side. They decent enough top speed, but until you come to the M48 pattern and the Tech Tree, you don't actually get a good power to weight ratio and a good performance. At least in my experience. I think I have experienced all of them at that stage. Even the Autoloader series, the T69 of those, weren't exactly the liveliest tanks that you ever drove. Although they were better than the Pershing pattern line. This thing is got an excellent power to weight ratio. It's got a very top speed of 56 kilometers an hour going forward, 20 in reverse, and it's a 16 point something power to weight ratio, which is roughly around the same level, I think, as the Centurion, which would be one of the better tanks in terms of mobility and acceleration and stuff like that. So it has that. It has better frontal armour on the turret than the T125, at least in parts. Now, that said, the rest of the turret is complete paper. It's like 50 or 51 millimeters of armour. The cupola is a weak spot, but it's well rounded, and the front of the cupola is actually quite heavily armoured. That's not to say that the big guns at tier 10 won't punch through. Certainly won't. They'll punch through a premium, but it will bounce a lot of stuff and it will block a lot of stuff. It's it'll be surprisingly effective. And then the gun. The gun is the most impossible thing about it, I think, because you've basically got a similar performing gun. It's not the same model or make of gun, but the performance-wise, it is in all respects, except the reload speed, which is faster, identical to the main gun on the T125. Similar aim time, similar dispersion, similar alpha, similar penetration values. They're not quite exactly the same, but they're similar. And the aim time, the reload is better. So you've got a medium tank reload rate with a heavy tank gun in a medium tank package. This is, as you can imagine, an extremely formidable combination. It also has a pretty decent hit point pool, so when you add it all together, this is a very powerful combination of characteristics. You got good view range, good mobility, very powerful punchy gun, and a very good gun platform. So overall, I think that put this into the right hands, and it will just knock socks off of enemy tanks. You will, if you can keep the tank alive, generally do a lot of damage in the battlefield, and I think that I'm doing significantly more damage in this than I'm doing in any other high tier medium tanks that I've played. I'm not 100% sure, I haven't looked at it recently, but the last time I checked, I was doing like a third more damage in this tank than I was doing in any other comparable tank. So I think that kind of speaks for itself in the capabilities of this tank. So, it's like you can't be reckless with it or careless with it or stupid with it. It's not an automatic God mode or anything like that. But it is, you get a significant edge. Managed to snag myself one of those Sheridans as well. Took advantage of the discount. I had already unlocked it, but took advantage of the discount to actually purchase one. So we're going to ambush this poor unfortunate Object 140 who doesn't seem to know what's going on. I think, you know, he just suddenly got himself out of the frying pan and didn't realise that the fire was approaching from an unexpected direction. So that's it. We're now, I think the game is pretty much clear. We have a significant advantage to tanks, and we have a concentration of tanks where they have a concentration, and I'm kind of all free to prowl around on the flank here because I'm pretty sure there's nothing in front of me. There was a T95E6 earlier on, but I gave him a fair old pounding, and I don't think he's around anymore. I haven't seen him for a while. And there is a Badger on the ridgeline. So we put ourselves into position to shoot that Badger. Oh, he's missing. He's around there somewhere. And we hit him. Now, I'm going to guess that the Badger's not going to hang around and is going to move, change location, so I'm going to move myself. Get myself a bit closer to see if I can get eyes on the Badger. I wonder, can I get eyes on him without Badger spotting me, because some of these tanks don't have great... oh, what happened to that shot? I think it hit something between me and the Badger. There are bits of walls and stuff like that there, and it could have deflected or something weird happened. Right, I seem to have a clear shot here, and we put round through, and the Badger spotted me when I fired. So we back off, because I don't want that gun pointing at me. Although I could probably take the hit, but there's no point in taking it unnecessary. And there's plenty of us alive, like there's no pressure on or anything like that, so we just take our time. The Badger has decided to find itself someplace else to be, and there is another medium tank up there as well, and the Badger is no longer alive. So, got shot at from multiple sources, and I don't know if that medium tank will be still alive when I get there, because if I'm right, he's got very few hit points left. And there it is, 36. Yes, so anyway, we come along, and any moment now, bang. Job done. 4 kills. 3,800. Oh, we might have more actually. We could have, because we had a blind shot, and the blind shot wouldn't have registered as damage. So let's see how much damage we actually did. We did 4,304. Must have had more than one blind shot. So 4,204 K number 1 by experience. Oh, that started more damage. Well, yes, that's to be expected. And that's it, basically. Very good tank. Get one. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, please press like, comment, share. It really helps the channel out. And if you have not already done so, please subscribe to the channel. I will catch you all again soon. Bye for now.